So when you've got your tent down and you've taken all the poles out and all the pegs out, the next thing is to try and pack it away. Now this is the question everyone asks and says, I always struggle with packing it away, I always struggle to get it back in the bag. So I'll just show you a few things I do to try and make that a little bit easier. So the most important thing is to use all of the bag. So the bottom section there, you want to start folding your tent to exactly that length. So if you do it any shorter, you're not using the whole of the bag, and then that's when you're going to struggle to get the zip closed at the end. So what I always do, even now, after folding them after many years, I always measure it against. So pull it nice and tight and measure it against. So we're using all the bag when we eventually roll it. So I would fold it from that part to there. And again on the other side, make sure using it all like so. And then at the other side, do the same, because its end goal is to fold it to the middle where the doors are, and then we're going to roll it. And always make sure you leave all your doors open and all the curtains nice and loose, so you haven't got anything bunching up when you start to roll. So when I get to this point, I've folded it over and I've got ground sheet, not fly sheet, so I also just walk along it and get some of the air out of it now. And on the other side. And then hopefully, obviously this is the size of the bag now, so we're good to just fold it over, put your hand here so you don't go too far, and fold, and straighten it up, and then again on the other side. Straighten it up, and again walk onto it, get all the air out of it. Again on the side. Okay, now we're going to fold that side over here, and then we'll be at the point of rolling it. Make sure it's nice and square, you don't want any bits sticking out, and then walk over again, squeeze all the air out. Okay, so now we're at the point of rolling. So I always put the bag at the end ready to put it in, so you're not trying to find it after you've rolled. And with this tent, we've got a set of poles and a set of pegs. So I always like to roll things if they're long like this in the tent, and then if it's a bag of pegs, I put those in afterwards. So I'll just leave those there for now. I've also got a tie which will come with your tent, and this helps hold it all together when you get to the point of putting it in the bag. So I'll put that in my back pocket, ready to grab it when I've rolled it. So you want to start at this side, and you want to use your hands to just roll it over, but then when you get a bit further on, start to use your knees to hold it, like so. Make sure it's all nice and flat, and then roll it a little bit more, and hold it with your knees again, and squeeze the air out again, and then roll it again, hold it with your knees, and you want to be squeezing all the air out of the open door that's there. Make sure it's nice and square. Roll it again. And keep doing this till you get to the end. and then you usually have a bit of fly sheet at the end that I always like to just screw up and push underneath, and then fold it over. And then you want to sit on top and grab your tie, and this just all holds it in place while you're putting your tie on. Put it underneath, and then just tie a bow on top. Okay, and then you've got your bag here, and you want to put that over the top like so. Put it inside, and then with this one I will fold it over, get the bag round it, make sure it's all in the bag before I start to zip it. There we go, and we start to zip it. And obviously this is going in quite easy. If it is a bit tighter than this, you just want to do a little section at a time and hold the zip there, and then zip it, and then do the next section, pull the zip together, do the next section. You obviously want to put your pegs in here at this point as well. There we go, and that's all packed away.